Yo guys, it's Ollie, and I just want to give a huge thank you to Sweatband before this video starts. Thank you for coming on and being the first interview, and also thank you for being a great YouTuber and great person in the community. Your videos for your number one legend series really inspired me for this, so all thanks to you. But let's just get right into it and see what he has to say. Okay.
Oh Lord. All right.
Hey guys, my name is Ollie, and today we're going to be taking a little bit of inspiration here from our guest Sweatband. Do you want to introduce yourself, Sweat?
What is good, guys? My name is SweatbandTV, YouTuber, Twitch streamer for Apex Legends.
So, Sweat, how did you start making videos and how long have you been at it?
So the current channel that I have right now, I've had since July of 2019. But I started way back in the day on Call of Duty as a little squeaker. I would post some little clips here and there. I'd actually record on an iPod Touch mounted on a bunch of cereal boxes to get my TV to be recorded. Quality was absolutely terrible, and you're never going to really learn how to make good quality videos until you post hundreds of videos, I will say. So don't expect yourself to start out like an expert like some of the YouTubers you watch today. Go at your own pace, and you'll eventually get there where you're happy with your content, and your community will then be happy with your content.
Very insightful, very insightful. A fellow Call of Duty player grows into a Apex YouTuber. I respect that.
Sure.
So, what's something that nobody in the Apex community knows about you?
Keep it kind of basic here, but back in the day, I was a big sports guy. I always liked baseball, basketball, any sport. I'm an Eagles fan. I am a Lakers fan, Yankees fan. By the way, we're making it to the playoffs. Don't say anything about it.
No, you're not.
And if they do, I'm gonna go to a little game. But growing up as an only child, they used to have a long hallway. Okay, and then I had my living room, and I used to throw the ball up and play baseball with myself with a little toy bat inside, hit the ball down the hallway, go run after it, and pretend like I was in a live game situation. And I would actually bat differently for every, like, I would pretend I was the Yankees playing another team, and I would look up every single person on that team and bat just like them.
No
It was a
way.
fun time. Yeah, it was a fun time.
That's
Yeah, you got
dedication.
to do something. You got to do something when you're alone in there.
I guess so. All right, that kind of leads into the next question. So, we all know you're a big famous YouTuber, but what do you do outside of YouTube?
Outside of YouTube, I feel like people think I actually play Apex a lot more than I actually do. I think I play like 2 to 3 times a week, and then the rest of the time I'm just spending editing videos. But I try to kind of distance myself from Apex if I'm not recording or streaming, because I'm just doing it so much. It kind of consumes like half of my life is YouTube and Apex. So mostly just hang out with friends. I'm a big gym guy, I like going to the gym at least once a day, and just hanging out with my girlfriend and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy.
That's good to have a distance life from, work as
Yeah.
in Apex and like having a social life as well outside of that. I feel like a lot of players, especially like pro players in the community, they kind of only play Apex and don't really have time for other things. So it's
Yeah.
good to hear that you have an actual life outside of making
It does take
videos.
up a lot of time, I will say.
Yeah, for sure. Especially making 1 to 2 videos a day. That is a grind.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying out here.
So, what do you like about your community the most?
So I feel like ever since the beginning, I've been like a tip-based, guide-based YouTuber. So I feel like the thing I like most about my community is just helping them improve and having them come back to me saying, your settings really helped me out. Your settings helped me drop a 20 bomb, or this guide helped me master Bloodhound, or I ranked up to Diamond because of you. Stuff like that, I really think is the main reason that I started this channel. And I feel like it just, I don't know, it just makes me happy to see people ranking up and achieving their goals.
Looking out for the little guys. I like that. Very humble. So that
Sure.
kind of leads into the next point. What do you like? What do you most dislike about your community, or what do you want them to stop doing?
All right. So I talked about this on Twitter. I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter. Quick plug, SweatbandTV on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. But I posted a video saying why I don't really stream too often, and I noticed this in a lot of communities, a lot of bigger name players, that people might think you're the best player. People all the time say that like I'm the best player that they've ever watched, and they expect me to drop high kill games, high damage games every single time they watch me. That is just not reality. I don't know, unless you're Asu or unless you're freaking Timmy, Touche, a bunch of those people that are literally amazing at the game and drop Ollie. This man right here making the video drops bangers like almost every game that I watch him. But I'm just not built like that. I can tell people how to perform things, but I myself sometimes can't put it into action. So I feel like a lot of streamers and myself are judged really harshly. The comments can be very, very cruel. But if you are going to make videos, you are going to hop into YouTube, start streaming or whatever, you need to have thick skin, really, really thick skin, or you're never going to make it in the business. You got to ignore those stupid comments, and you're the only one that can know how much potential you have as a YouTuber and a person.
Absolutely. So you see yourself more in an analyst mindset, kind of figuring out mistakes that players could be making and kind of trying to fix that.
Yeah, yeah, I do make a handful of those videos. I feel like, I don't know, even if it's like a pro player making a mistake, I will be able to see it, but if I was in that situation, my fingers and the game just don't line up. Okay, I'm trying to do something, it just doesn't work for me. I don't know.
I understand completely. We all have those days though.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so what was your first big video? It doesn't have to be in the Apex scene. I'm not sure, but what was your first video that you really saw exploding and like what did that make you feel?
What do we ex? What do we? What's exploding? What does
Like
that
your
mean?
first video, like for me, like one
How
of
many
my shorts
views?
got like 1.2 million views in like a
Okay, I've
couple of
never.
weeks, and I was like, that was crazy to me.
Hmm?
So like, what was your first video that you saw generating a lot more views than the other videos that you were uploading?
Well, I've never had. Fun fact: I've never had a video even over 600,000. So all my videos are pretty consistently just, I don't know. They're like slow growth videos, but my settings videos by far do the best on the entire channel. If you even go to my most popular videos, like 5 out of the 6 of them will probably be settings videos. I think like right when I was starting, the first video that kind of did well for me was like a shroud settings video or something like that. I don't even really remember, but um yeah, a lot of people like my settings. I don't know why they chose me, but they like them, so I'm gonna keep making
Cause you simply cracked. But
them.
what do you think of when you see these like huge views being generated on your channel? Like, what does it make you think?
um, it makes me think that I'm doing my job correctly, and I'm learning as time goes on what videos the audience likes me to make. Like I had the number one series where honestly almost every video blew up over 100,000 views. And that is really a subject that nobody has thought of yet until I did it, which is good. I mean, people have thought of it. People have made like a video here and there, but they never decided to make one on every single character that was number one. So I feel like that really exploded me onto the scene. And it just feels good because also another thing. So I quit my desk job in 2020, right at the beginning of COVID. I absolutely hated it. I did taxes and stuff like that, accounting stuff. And for about 3, 4 months after that, nothing was really happening on my channel. I was thinking about having to get another job other than YouTube because I decided to quit the desk job to do YouTube full time.
Hmm.
And it was just kind of like mediocre, like scooting by. Like, okay, I need to like something needs to happen by the end of the year. I thought to myself, or else we got to get another job, and that's gonna suck. But thankfully, videos started doing well, and I got signed to KNG, and now we are consistent as hell, and it's a good job. Love my job.
That's all you can really ask for. That's really awesome, man.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
will
sir.
say I really loved your your ranked one series. I thought they were really, really like smart to promote
Thank you,
yourself, but
thank you.
also like a good way
Promote
to
the other
promote a
people.
bunch of other people.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there any tips that you have for any upcoming YouTubers or people who want to start a channel and they're not really sure what to do about it? I get asked this question a lot and I'm not really sure how to answer it. So I feel like you're a YouTube veteran at this point, so you might have some more insightfulness
I don't know about that, but
in the conversation.
um, are they starting a Apex YouTube or any YouTube? Like just have
I
to be
feel
video
like I get
game?
asked about Apex a lot, so let's
Okay.
just say Apex.
So if you're gonna start an Apex channel, you need to find a niche inside of Apex, whether that's gameplay, whether that's making tip videos, guide videos. If you're a number one on a character, which obviously this is very rare that you would be number one on a character, but focus on that character completely if that's the case for you. You're really going to learn over time what people want to watch in the Apex community. I also have been titling my videos differently recently, trying to get people like you have to get them to click on the video to see what the video is actually about, if that makes any sort of
Mm.
sense too.
And
So I don't
like
really
the first 10 seconds of the video are like the most important.
the first 10 seconds of the video, yeah, I would give an insight on to what the video is about without revealing what the video is about, if that makes any
Yeah,
sense. Like leave a little bit of mystery in there. Don't tell them like if your title is what sensitivity is the best or something. Don't be like, all right, 5-5 is the best, and then the rest of the thing is just gameplay of you. Like that, nobody's gonna watch that. Explain why that sensitivity would be the best. Show a lot of examples on why it's the best and stuff like that, and then like reveal it midway through. And you're gonna get a lot more people watching. And watch time is by far the most important analytic, I think.
yeah, I agree. So, what's one tip that you would share with a brand new Apex player who's never touched the game?
Brand new Apex player. Well, first thing that I would do if I went into Apex, if I was brand new, would be to go into the firing range and find my correct settings. I don't want to be playing on some whack settings
For sure.
that don't fit my play style. You got to figure out your play style and the settings first. I think those are the two things. Are you going to just jump into lobbies and land hot every single game, or are you going to play it slower and play for the win? I will say that if you play very slowly and only for the win, you're not really going to increase your gun skill too much.
I
So
agree.
I would recommend dropping hot, getting your gun skill on point, and then you can really worry about focusing on rotations and stuff like that to win games.
Very good tips. Very good tips. Um, so what is your favorite season of Apex that you've played so far?
Favorite season would probably be like 3 or 4. Old Cap City. I
Oh,
feel
that
like
was so
everybody,
good.
I feel like everybody says that, but no, nowadays like Kings Canyon right now in the current state of the game is just really, really outplayed. Like the legends don't even fit into it anymore. There's so many legends that I don't know. It's just it doesn't play well anymore. They need to forget about that map. If that I don't. That's gonna make some people mad because people are KC fanatics. But I like the old world's edge. Can't talk. The best in season 3, I would say. Season 3 and 4.
Did you ever play season 2 solos?
I did. I played ever since like a month after the game came out. And this is like one regret. I don't know if you want to include this, but not starting my YouTube channel right in the beginning. I waited like a couple months. Like I said, July was the first video I posted, and the game came out in what, February of 2019.
Yep.
So I waited like a good 4 months, and by that time, the YouTubers were already kind of set in like staycation, and even Sultan started right in the beginning, but he just doesn't post as often. I'm sure he would be up there with the rest of them if he posted as often as them.
Yeah, that's definitely one mistake that I feel I've made as well. I didn't
Hmm.
start posting until like season 8, but I
Yeah.
was very self-conscious with my capabilities and I didn't kind of know what I wanted to do, so I
Yeah.
was just yeah. But the final question, thank you so much for your time, Sweat. But the final
Absolutely.
question of the interview today is why did you choose Apex as your main game of choice?
Well, right when the game came out, I kind of just, I don't know, there was no other games that really caught my attention at the time, and I fell in love with Apex. I thought I was pretty good at the game. I would, like, season 1 and 2 and season 0, there was no skill-based matchmaking, I will say. So I was dropping big games, like, often. And people in the lobbies were like, oh my God, like 25 kills, 20 kills, like every other game. But that's really what kind of attracted me to Apex. I've always been good at video games, like really good, but not the next level of like the best in the game or anything like that.
For sure.
So I figured this was a really good game. Battle royales were kind of just starting up with Fortnite being the first massive one. I figured this could kind of piggyback off it, and it took off pretty well.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time, Sweat. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Absolutely,
And,
absolutely.
so,
All right, one more thing.
Yes, please.
If you're gonna start a YouTube channel, do it. Okay, don't be waiting. Don't be waiting until season 15 to start the damn thing. Just do it. All right, get into it. You'll get those couple videos out of the way, well, a couple hundred videos out of the way where you're not really editing them well enough, and then you'll break into the next game, or even if this game lasts 20 seasons. You never know.
You never know. But I do agree with that. You gotta start somewhere, and you gotta make a bunch of videos to figure out how you want to make them and what you
Now's the
wanna
best
do.
time.
Yes, there's no better time than the present.
I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that.
Great minds think alike.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget to subscribe to Lil Olipop and follow him on all of his socials.